There's been a lot said about this movie, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. There's been a lot of fan screenings and test screenings and all that stuff where everybody coming out of it says how terrible this movie is. It's almost unwatchable, and that's why we haven't gotten a trailer until now, is because Warner Brothers Discovery and DC, they know that. They know how bad this movie is, and that's why they're not wasting any money promoting this any more than they have to. But not gonna lie, I watched this trailer and I am now actually excited for this. I mean, the first Aquaman movie I loved. It's one of my favorite DC movies. And I mean, the film made over $1 billion, so clearly a lot of people like the film as well. And I'm just hoping the sequel can live up to the first. Now, I don't want to get my hopes up because, again, there have been the not so nice things said about this movie, so we will see whether it ends up actually being good or not. But I know after watching this trailer I'm excited, at least, and that's something. That's definitely good, because I mean, like, that's the whole point of a trailer, is to get you to want to watch this movie. And because of all the things that were said, I wasn't really super looking forward to this film. I was like, yeah, it comes out in December, whatever. But now I'm actually looking forward to it, and I hope you guys maybe are as well. You can, of course, let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this. Did this trailer get you more excited? Did you like the first Aquaman, and are you excited for the sequel? So we're going to go ahead and break down this trailer. There's some interesting stuff going on here, so we're going to, well, let's talk about it. So, Warner Brothers Discovery. We open up with some iceberg imagery here, the DC logo, and we got some voiceover by Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa. What a great reinvention of this character. I mean, Aquaman in the comics, he was always a joke. He's a guy who talks to fish and rides seahorses, but then Zack Snyder really reinvented him with the casting of Jason Momoa. He's just such a badass, fun character, and so I'm excited to see him return here. And he's talking about how much has changed. He's a husband now. He, of course, married Mera, who was his love interest in the first film, but notice how we do not see her in this moment. He mentions, oh yeah, I'm a husband now, but we don't get to see his wife. He says, oh, I'm a father now, but we do get to see his child. So this is actually a big new development. I mean, we didn't know he was married, but I mean, that's like, that's a pretty common assumption that you could make. But they have a child as well. There's something that I think at least some of us knew. There were leaks and reports out there that we were going to get some Aqua baby up in here. Yeah, this is really cool. I think especially because Aquaman is such a badass, fun character, seeing that character as a father is going to be really fun and something I'm really excited for. So we get to see that. We get to see Aquaman changing the diaper and everything. Little Aqua baby just giggling and smiling. That's adorable. And then Arthur is talking to his father, of course, Thomas Curry, played by Temuera Morrison, who is returning from the first film. He's talking about how... Well, he's basically asking for advice on fatherhood, for the most part. That's my assumption here. He's talking about how, well, it wasn't as hard as it will be for you, because, life wasn't like it is for Aquaman. So, yeah, we get some quick flashes here of Aquaman fighting some sort of ship. It looks to be Black Manta's sub, so that's really cool. And he's like, oh, yeah, I finally got a job now. I'm not unemployed anymore. I'm the king of Atlantis. And this is a funny little shot right here where he's just hanging his laundry, and then you got the Aquaman costume hanging up there as well. Yeah, king of Atlantis right here. And man, bringing me back to that first film, one of my favorite parts about it was the beautiful, stunning visuals. And clearly that's something that's going to continue in this film. We get to see a great look at Atlantis, just so bright and vibrant. Obviously the more recent underwater superhero world we got to see was Talocan in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, with Namor's a Mariner and all that stuff. And, I enjoyed that, but I definitely prefer Aquaman's version of Atlantis, because that version was so dark and, like, you could barely see. But here, I mean, to be fair, that is more realistic. Like, it's pretty dark in the ocean, but here I love the brightness, the vibrance of these colors, and then also the impending doom, because he's talking about how not everyone loves their new king. That would, of course, be Black Manta right here. And you can see this ship right here kind of looks like a hammerhead shark. So that's really cool. I like how their ships are kind of like shaped like fish and sea creatures. So we go back to that moment from the teaser trailer where Black Manta, of course, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, he's saying how he hates Aquaman, and he's going to make him pay, and he's going to make his world burn, basically. to ashes. And then we get a flash of his mother, Atlanta, of course played by Nicole Kidman, who you may recognize from the AMC intro. Again, going back to what we saw in the teaser trailer, Aquaman coming up upon his father's home, covered in flames, on fire. Is his father dead? But did Black Manta kill Aquaman's dad? Probably. But my God, what a beautiful suit to be doing it in. It's so comics accurate. I mean, I love the suit in the first film, but this is just so cool. And seeing him do, just the laser eyes is so satisfying. I love seeing that. From director James Wan. In James Wan we trust. Like, that's one of the things that still gives me hope that this will be a good movie, is because James Wan directed it. I mean, James Wan, great director. I loved what he did with the first film. Atlanta is here getting concerned because Black Manta, he's taken over. He has the black trident. Oh no, we're going to need some help. So Aquaman suits up in his stealth suit, which we'd seen before. I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, it's basically just the regular Aquaman suit, but like all in blue. I mean, it's pretty basic, nothing special. But seems that it's got the nanotechnology type stuff going on here, which, I mean, we see so much of that in comic book projects nowadays that I'm just tired of it. So to see that return here, it's a little disappointing. There's the suit, and he is going for help. He's going to go look for his long-lost brother, Orm, who, of course, was the villain of the first movie, Ocean Master. He's been rotting away in his little dungeon for years now. I'm assuming years. Yeah, and so he's grown some facial hair, and so they're going to team up. This has been described as kind of like a buddy cop action adventure movie of these two teaming up together. I've talked about in my previous videos how I feel like they may be trying to kind of turn Orm into like the Loki for Aquaman. Like what Loki is to Thor, and especially Loki nowadays, is like an even bigger character than Thor. You know, he started out as this villain, now he's an anti-hero. He worked with Thor in Thor Ragnarok. They're gonna be doing that same thing here with Orm and Aquaman. So that's exciting. We'll get to see Patrick Wilson return. They look really cool. I like their dynamic together. This is interesting. You have like these hammerhead shark people. That was another thing I really enjoyed about the first one, was exploring the different kingdoms, like the Fisherman Kingdom and the I forgot what it was called, but the one with all the crab people. Like, those were all really cool. And man, what another beautiful shot of Black Manta doing the laser eyes. It's just so satisfying as a comic book fan of Black Manta, and here he is in all his glory with the black trident. So we get to hear a little bit more about this black trident. So apparently, you know, back in the day, when King Atlan was ruling over Atlantis, there were the 7 kingdoms. And this black trident was like a curse over all 7 of the kingdoms. And so we've heard in like different reports that there's like some sort of like underwater Atlantean sea god or goddess that is like evil and like controlling this trident. So Black Manta might not completely be in control here. I'm not sure if it's like the trident is controlling Black Manta or just giving him like extra superpowers. Not completely sure. But these little henchmen, demon, zombie things look pretty cool. Atlanta, another cool shot with her. She may die as well. Aquaman may lose everybody in this film because Black Manta is coming for revenge after, I mean, Black Manta's father died in the first movie because of Aquaman, or at least that's how Black Manta sees it. So he's back for revenge. And this is a really cool shot here as well. This looks like maybe when he's first, is that when he's first claiming the black trident? You can see all the zombies around him, or that looks like a lighthouse. Is that possibly Aquaman's father's lighthouse? Because we know that was a big part of the first film. There's Orm again. And let's see. Oh, man. Another great, beautiful shot right here. Something I wanted to see in live action forever as an Aquaman fan is just Aquaman versus Black Manta, Trident versus Trident. Such a great shot there. Aquaman in all his glory fighting another sea creature. There's another cool shot of Jason Momoa. And Orm, again, getting kind of Loki here, kind of being like, oh, you know, maybe you're not so bad. Maybe we can call each other brothers. And then this great shot of Aquaman there. Oh my gosh, we got a first look at Mera, Amber Heard in Aquaman 2. She's barely going to be in this movie. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if they just kill her off right away. Aquaman's a single father now. That would be pretty funny. But we also have Storm, Aquaman's seahorse from the comics. Oh, another great thing. Like, I love the comics accuracy here. Here's a cool shot of Orm. Not really in love with his suit. Like, it's pretty basic and black. I hope he does get either back his Ocean Master suit and costume from the first film, or at least like an updated, modified version of that. Here's another cool version of the zombies. Is that maybe the actual like leader of them, like the sea goddess thing? And yeah, so Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, that is our first official full-length trailer for this film. Again, I'm really excited for it, like I wasn't before, and there's been a lot said about how terrible this movie is, so I'm really hoping it's not true, because again, I loved the first movie, so I have hope. I think there's potential here. I mean, the trailer, like, if I hadn't heard any of the things from those test screenings, I would think this would be just as good as the first film, but hearing those things, I'm a bit concerned, but again, we will see. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this full-length official trailer for Aquaman 2, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.